I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Quickly Play Galactic Keep. This is number 7 in our 12 Days of Quickly Plays, and this is one of those games that was given to me a long time ago as a review copy. I did play this game just a little bit, long enough ago that I don't remember anything about it, so we'll be starting fresh. It is basically a sci-fi board game, kind of like the old 80s like Hero Quest type board game. Obviously in digital. So let's go ahead and start a new game, and we will play The Cell for characters level 6 to 15, although this is really actually just the beginning. There is another module. I don't know if this actually unlocks or if this is just a promise for more. I'm not sure when the last update for this game was. Begin The Cell. By opening up this game module, you are taking a bold step into the world of Galactic Keep, a science fiction dice-based adventure game the likes of which you have never played before unless you grew up in the 80s. Launch into your adventure. In Galactic Keep, you play as the members of an elite Coalition Special Forces team. These operatives have been hired by the Coalition, the recognized governing body in this galaxy, to complete the missions that you will be engaging in. Your Coalition team is a collection of the most skillful adventurers in the galaxy. How far can I send that? An incident of galactic importance. A recent temporal event of great magnitude has been detected by the Coalition. Your mission is related to the event in some way. Let's just... If I was actually doing a full series of this, I would take the time to read all this. But anyway, The Cell, mission brief. Entry into the atmosphere of the standard Class G planet was mostly uneventful. The ship's autopilot scans the surface, looking for a good place to land that is near the coordinates sent to you by your Coalition contact. A nearby human colony has been raided several times by an unknown faction. People were abducted. The trail leads to a small abandoned outpost several miles from the colony. Colonists say anyone who's entered has never come back. Immediately, the computer locks onto an elevated pad that is several meters from your target point. Silently, the craft comes to a very soft landing. You scan the area and notice robotic signatures, but they aren't close to your current position. The hatch flies open, creating a ladder to the ground. It's night here, but the orbiting moon ignites the thick fog that blankets the area with unnatural luminosity. As you walk forward, you notice various ghostly glowing shapes floating in and out of the fog. You hear a quiet scratching noise as something clangs against the ship. I am Bertrand, advanced robotics soldier and guide. Okay. 7 playable species, 6 classes. Humans are the baseline, of course. Pakal are strong, Garsos, blah 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 blah. You begin the game with a group of 7 playable characters. As you play, you unlock others. Cards with protectors on them are new and have not been customized yet. After customizing a character, the protector will be removed. Select a character and play. We'll just play with Balkan Gray, the Pakal Hunter. Since he's the first one here, we also have a human pirate, it looks like, an Orthodon Time Master, and a human Ethelian. Oh, we've actually got several. Casper Keller, a Garsos warrior. Pirate. Okay. Anyway, Balkan, having a Pakal father and half Balthwat mother, is a rarity. This unique heritage has made him a targeted specimen for much Rioge experiments. So that's this guy. He's a Rioge. His body's rampant with thousands of prototype viral and bacterial enhancers. Okay, he's got some sort of weapon that I can't see. Sure you want to play as Balkan? Yes. Now you roll your character, as is typical. Strength is red, intelligence is blue and deals with your special attack. Luck is green, decides the initiative, it looks like. Endurance is yellow, affects movement speed. Click the screen and roll the die, select auto. Yeah, I think we'll just go with auto and hope for the best. Ooh, those are high scores. Not in strength, though. So we'll have very good crits unless 0 counts as 0 instead of 10. Once you select play, you'll begin to further customize your character. Okay. Yeah, I'm totally happy with those stats, so we'll just go forward there. So strength is actually still pretty high despite this. It just means we'll have middle. Receive a bonus point to strength. That's where we need it. Choose a special attack from several available. We have the Atkel virus. It's a special item biohazard. Enemy hit chance is low. We have medic, warriors and hunters only. He is a hunter. Heals damage. I think we want that. Or the Huntmaster's Handbook. Increased experience. Well, experience would probably help me survive a little bit more just because I could level up faster, but I feel like if I don't start with medic in play, and it heals over time too, that's important. Using state-of-the-art restorative methods, this individual has been trained to quickly treat wounds whilst engaged in combat. Let me look at that Huntmaster's Handbook again. Okay, +5 intelligence. Well, I'm already pretty high on intelligence. That is crits though, so like I'm at 10 on crits. I could go 15 on crits, or does it just cap out? Intelligence over here is actually pretty low, but I'm getting bonus die for something. Plus 10% for hunters, so more experience and some crits. Crits are actually, I mean, like, if we could really crit, that'd probably be the way to go. I'm just afraid that I'm gonna need this. Healing is always good. Healing is always good. You know what? I'm just gonna go with the healing. Playing the safe. Hardcore mode. I don't think I need hardcore mode. Although I may as well play as hardcore, but we won't. No, I don't. First mission. Yes, let's play through the tutorial. Okay, Bertrand is going to tell me about some pretty simple things. There is actually a way to just read a tutorial manual. Enemies are red, treasures are yellow. Okay, this is turn-based, so as I said, it's kind of like a hero quest. Your turn ends once you've moved a full distance, but if you don't move the full distance, you actually heal a little bit. So let's roll. Okay, I rolled a 10. Let us... Now do I drag or I just click? Okay. You followed a bounty to this small apartment on the edge of the city. You saw him run through the open door ahead. Glowing targets mark position of main story events or important objectives. Okay, let's just move there fully. To the east, you see an open door leading into an apartment. The bounty you are tracking ran into it. There are claw and teeth marks all around the frame. You saw the bounty throw his bag into this pile of garbage. Yellow tokens on the map represent treasure. Land on a treasure token and choose to take items from that treasure. Okay, let's go through. Healing nanobots, great. We've also got purified water, cures burn ailments, okay, and it heals damage. Healing tonic, okay, so clearly I chose the wrong thing. There's a ton of healing items just right there in front of the door. You gaze upon a grotesque scene. The deceased body of the Balthwat spy lies in pieces strewn across the flat. A long smear of blood leads into another room. Okay, there looks like an enemy. 2 enemies! When you see an enemy token, you can click it to get more information on the enemy and attack them if they're within range. Click the full card button to see the enemy card. Click attack if you are out of range to attack. You will be required to attack an enemy to proceed. As a bonus, if you end your turn early with unused movement points, you gain a small amount of health. Okay, yeah. But if you moved all spaces, as you just did, your turn is over. Enemies are represented by red tokens, blah blah blah. Pretty straightforward. Giant worm-like Mardless is scouring the apartment for food, smashing into cupboards and tearing up the furniture. It must be starving. It turns, catching sight of you, and immediately pounces, or slithers because it's a worm. Begin combat. Luck roll for the first attack. Your roll plus bonuses. Wow, and we still only came out 1 ahead. Congratulations, the enemy initiative is lower. You'll be attacking first. Okay. Pretty standard options. We'll just go ahead and attack. After pressing attack, the die will roll and your attack damage calculated. Your attack damage is calculated by strength and weapon. Battle window on the right indicates everything. Okay. 37 damage. As you can see in your console, you struck the enemy to deal damage. They lose health. Current health of the combatants is red along the curve. Enemy attack works same as yours did. Okay, well, not as effective as me, but still pretty good. It's your turn again. When you're ready, use block this turn. When you block, you regain health and you block a portion of the next attack. Roll to see how much health you gain. Damage will be deducted from opponent's next attack automatically. Waiting for me. Now we have no choice but to go. And basically we're right back where we started. Select an item. Okay, it's going to want me to to waste an item here for the tutorial purposes. From here you can select an item to heal. Use purified water. Okay. Just go at it again. Again, losing almost the exact same amount. Specials work through the same attack as the... wow. Okay, let's just actually read what it says. Your special works roughly the same as your attack, with a few important differences. Your special damage is calculated by adding your intelligence attribute to your equipped special skill. It is limited to one use per battle. Well, then maybe I've front-loaded myself in a very limited capacity here. Okay. So what is my special? Oh, I guess I can't use it yet. We'll just keep attacking. We seem to be doing alright there. Critical hits. It's angered and attacks with all its strength. Its damage is doubled this round. That's not fair. Why does it get a crit if I'm doing it? Can we take it out? I'm doing a critical hit too. Good. On defeating the vile creature and winning your first battle, you defeat and gain more experience. With each enemy, you gain more experience. Okay. So we eliminated one. The faltering worm strikes, but you knock it down easily, shattering the skull of the Mardless against an ornamental stone with your weapon. You vanquished your foe and received experience. Creature you fought dropped a weapon that's better than the one you've got. Okay, we'll go ahead and equip the Handy Bandit. If you'd like to view your inventory, down there in the bottom, we can see items. Yay! 3 piles. Weapons, specials, and items. Click and drag to get to the next card. Okay, so these are my items. Can I... there we go. Gotta go the other way. That's weird. Current equipped items. So what else do I have in here? Hey, I thought you said I could go up and down with this. What the hell just happened? Why is this... whatever. It wants me to continue going through a bunch of crap here. Okay. Wow, it really wants me to get up there, doesn't it? So you can scroll, zoom in, that's all it's telling me. Let's move into attack. This is one of the creatures that must have broken in, probably looking for food. It has very violently killed the Balthwat you marked. Carapace and mouth of the creature are caked in blood. It's waiting for me. Ow. Maybe I should use my item. Heals 100 damage? I don't know that I need it. We could just use purified water again. Although, I might need more. Let's heal the tonic. Ooh, I guess I'm actually down quite a bit. I think I might need to block. It's still pretty strong. Okay, now is the time to stop and use this. This is a pretty unforgiving worm. You bastard. Critical hit. And it's still not dead, despite that. Thank you. The Mardless falls to the ground with a thump. Got a cavalry sword. 14 damage. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Let's actually go ahead and equip it. There's almost nothing left of your bounty. These creatures did a number on him. Dead or alive, the Coalition will have to make do with dead. You begin to come back to reality, back to the present. The memory of this lost bounty sticks with you. Is he somehow related to what you are doing right now? Time will tell. Okay. You walk down the ship landing ramp and can see several pairs of glowing robotic eyes moving far in the distance to the north. They are tracing a pattern, moving in a sequence as if guarding something. It is hard to tell. Your view is obscured by the severely foggy conditions. You hear the crackle of electricity and a rustle in some nearby foliage. On a landing pad? A distant howl confirms that you are not alone. Go pick this up. You flip open the storage compartment on the side of the ship and pull out a small bag of supplies. Take what you need. We'll take flashbangs. We'll take all of this. I feel like we're still in the tutorial. Now it's going to tell me how to do... boy, this is not ideal. It's going to tell me how to use my thrown objects, I imagine. I cannot go outside of that, apparently. But I'm, like, literally right here. Occasionally you see flickering orbs of light darting back and forth. They cast a yellow-green glow in the fog. Okay. That didn't look good. That does not look good at all. Can I attack from here? This is a war shadow. A beast with acid gnaw. And extreme speed. That makes me feel like it's probably going to get the drop on me. Ooh, and it's got friends. You feel a vibration. It's your data pad. You've received a message from the Coalition with more details on your mission. An unknown faction recently raided a human colony close to your current location. In the raid, a top-secret Coalition shipment was stolen. The shipment contained several prototype time science devices. Within one of the devices, the Coalition hid a small chip with a very important piece of code. Coalition bots have tracked the whereabouts of the stolen temporal equipment to this abandoned outpost. It is your mission to infiltrate the outpost, retrieve the hidden chip, and deliver it back into Coalition hands. You take in the information, then set out on your mission. It's a little late to maybe have that exposition when I'm literally right here. You notice motion in your peripheral vision, and right in front of you. You swear you see the svelte form of a slinking creature, but you're not sure until two faint, glowing green eyes pierce the darkness. They blink and then disappear, but you continue to feel their glare. Soon it boldly steps into your view, makes a vile hiss noise, and begins to shake its head back and forth aggressively. Okay. Well, let's see if I can use a special. Quick note on battles. Anytime. You can click anytime and your move will be held. The button you chose will glow, and once the enemies finish their turn, your move will be made. This helps speed up battles, okay? So I can pick special, followed by an attack, followed by a block, followed by another attack. I appear to have completely... He uses extreme speed. What did that... What? You missed the combat turn because the shadow used extreme speed. So maybe I don't want to set this stuff up. This seems like a very good way to get myself killed. Oh, you know what I should have done? Well, I should heal first. Heals 40 damage, strength +1, sure. God, I'm really bad at gauging how much health I've got. I think I'm going to die here. I forgot to switch out my weapons. Can I look at this? I've got a Rioge pistol, 9 damage, versus 1d10 plus strength, which is my bare hands. What happened to my sword? Can we seriously try this? Okay. There's a thing about grenades. You can use them. I've set the timer. So, grenades are timed. Your shot punctures an artery and causes the creature to have internal bleeding. Okay. I'm still holding the grenade. I think I'm going to die. The wicked creature falls limp to the ground. You strike it one last time to make sure it is dead, and then gut the corpse. War shadows are very selective and only eat meat, so you don't expect to find anything. Your vanquished foe... For vanquishing your foe... For vanquishing your foe, you get face-to-face with another monster that is moving in my peripheral vision. It's some kind of worm. Before you can react, it's on top of you. Hundreds of tiny clawing legs ripple their way up your body, and under the weight of the beast you tumble to the ground. The maw of the grange worm snaps violently, and a pair of muscular forelimbs wrestles for support. You flip it off of you and ready your weapon. I'm doomed. Okay. Interesting. Where is this? Heals 30 damage plus over time. That's my medical skill. Ah, yes, flashbang. 70% chance of fleeing from battle. Now, I still think that this is a time thing. I don't think... There's two different types, as the tutorial help file is telling me. Flashbangs are used to, I think, immediate effect. Ooh, I should probably use full heal. Whereas grenades are timed. See, so this does damage in 2 turns. Apparently when it doesn't go off, though, I'm fine. Let's use a full heal. The worm attacks. Okay, can I use a special? For real this time? Can I use a special? I use medic. Medic is my special. Okay. Let's not do that, and let's try to use an item. I want to try and use this. I use the frag grenade, healing 15 damage. Now, can I escape? Apparently not. I'm not sure how to use the grenades. Your blast slices into the creature's spinal column, crippling it severely. It falls to the ground and you inflict triple damage, but it does not die. That's okay, we're all about to die with the grenade going off in my hand here. The grenade explodes! Balkan attacks. The worm is defeated. Interesting. So it's not a thrown weapon, it's something you just sort of hang on to. The gleaming eyes of the worm become cloudy as its lifeless body slumps to the ground dead. An old green key. I'm sure I can use that. Let's... oh, fuck. Can I actually just look at what's on me right now? Because I didn't take it. I'm hoping it's still on the ground. Oh, come on now. I think I lost it. God damn it. There it is. Take it. Okay, where are we heading? I'm not sure, but there's a lot of monsters out here, and I want to get the hell out of the way. A guttural and somewhat terrifying howl echoes around the canyon, disappearing off into the distance. Whatever made the noise isn't too close, if you say so. Before you complete that thought, you hear another howl and another in chorus. They're getting much closer. A large four-legged creature saunters out of the darkness. It licks its fanged jaws as it stares towards you. The Grak fell. The Grak attacks first. And it hurts. It hurts. Let me block. The Grak has a bone sword. You missed this combat turn because of Howl. There looks like there's treasure in there. You missed combat because of Howl. It's Pokemon all over again. There is a way to do quick rolls to kind of speed up the combat. I think I would turn that on. Let's do a special. The Grak manages to flee. Coward. Now, how badly do I want to go over here and see if I can sneak into the treasure? Because it looks like I'm going to have to go all the way around. And we know that there's one here, one just came here, and now there's a third one. I'm not at all excited to be going sniffing around on that. But my god, do I have the moves or what? Oh, this looks like a pain in the ass. We're not going to go that way. We're going to go this way. Judging by the fresh marks in the dirt, the barricades nearby were moved quite recently. There's a gorge that opens east of here. Yeah, there's a mess in here. I have no idea. I'm sure it's good, but, I mean... This is Let's Quickly Play, so we're not going to worry too much about that. You notice a small culvert, just large enough for you to crawl through, sticking out of the side of a smoothly carved cliff face. You bend down to peer inside the pipe and notice a small trickle of water draining into the pipe from a puddle near the entrance, and nothing else of note. As you stand and consider entering, you begin to hear a soft whimpering and a peculiar clicking noise. Okay. An algabast broodling. It does not appear to be... It's a hardy species of energy-absorbing creatures. I feel like I can move away from it. There is Can you stop? There's a pack of treasure here, but it looks like just health kits, so maybe I can move... Nope, it follows me. I thought it was a plant, so it might be stationary, but a very strange-looking creature floats quietly out of the mist towards you. A glowing lantern-like appendage protrudes from the front of it. It drifts closer to you, then, unexpectedly, you are struck with a mild jolt of electricity. Bzzzt, it zaps you again. That shock wasn't as pleasant as the first. It seems to be testing to see if you could be food. You aren't about to let this test go on any further. Drawing your weapon, you ready an attack. Okay. Not so great. That's quite bad. My medic is not so great. I need to heal a little bit better. When blocking heals you better than the medic skill? He healed himself. Okay. Really, he's not dead? Come on now. Okay, now he's dead. The creature emits an electronic whine as it bursts in midair. You are sprayed with foul-smelling debris as the beast is slain. You've bested the enemy. Yes, we will take all medicinal herbs. In fact, I should probably use one right now, as this monster is coming down the sewer pipe towards me. I cannot do anything without moving. I literally cannot do anything yet. Let's pick up more med packs. You find a small decomposing cardboard carton tucked behind a bush. Fragile medical supplies are inside the box. Okay, there is a patrol inside the culvert. And there's just so much more to the map that really I could just be wandering around. What was my objective again? Ah, here's how I access that. Excellent. There we go. We'll use that. Back. Okay, let's head in. Nothing better than sewer fighting. This tunnel is on a steady grade downward. The further you travel, the deeper you go. A tone-lit fox. Yeah, move to attack it. Oh, there's something else behind it. Several paces ahead, you see a crouching figure. It's digging furiously into the freshly killed corpse of some beast. It is vaguely human, with a gleaming, bald, human-like head and muscular forearms that end in fat little sausage fingers. The creature stops feeding and turns to look at you directly. It stands and scrapes the sword-like bone protrusions on its forearms together to make an unsettling, grinding noise. It begins to wildly gallop towards you, snarling and spitting in a way that makes you feel very uneasy. The Tonalit attacks first. Okay, well, we're just gonna hit attack. Can I item this? I know all I've got are grenades, but I really want to use something that's actually... I want a chance to use something that's actually interesting. Strength buff? I mean, I could. That might help out. We'll block next. Just to heal up a little bit and attack. And again. Is it dead? Yes. It's unnerving to watch this creature limping about dying. It looks so much like a human. Soon it falls to the ground in a pool of red-orange blood. You've bested the enemy in combat. Oh my god. Well, you know what, screw it. Let's just get in here and see what's... Ooh, that looks dangerous. You know what, let's end the turn and maybe heal up a little bit. What have I walked into? This is awful. But it does not look like others will surround me. Not that I really care much. Just attack. I'm fully prepared for death. You were defeated by a worm. You fall to the ground. Your enemy prods at you, but you cannot respond. You are left to die slowly, and probably be eaten by all of that. Sadly, your characters met an untimely demise. Return with another Coalition Special Forces recruit to unlock them by collecting their found loot. Ah. So I cannot use them as they are dead, but I can then go in with somebody else to try and recover them. Interesting. Well, we won't be doing that, actually. We will be getting out. So, that was a quick look at Galactic Keep. Pretty simple game, pretty standard game. It does have the feel of the, like I said, the old kind of 80s role-playing board games. I kind of wish that, and maybe there is, an option to unlock sort of a party mechanic. I feel like there is the Warhammer Quest digital game that came out several years ago. Maybe I'm thinking of Gauntlet that has sort of the multiplayer aspect to it, so you can at least play with a few other people. I really do hope that there's a little bit more to the game, because I don't know. I mean, it is from the feel of the game, I should say. This is definitely not from another era, but the feel of the game is from another era, and the inspiration for it is from another era. But, solo dice rolling, adventuring, I mean, this just kind of... I was ready to be done, let's put it that way. I'm sure if I actually got a little bit more invested into it and wanted to play it, then I'd be fine with just the constant move, hack and slash thing. But I played a game. I honestly can't remember what the name of it was. It's something Dungeons. It was a quick play. That game was a lot closer to Hero Quest and those kinds of games. And I personally, for some reason, found that just a little bit more enjoyable. I guess maybe because, well, that one is not necessarily on rails, but it feels completable, if that makes sense. Like, that there's a very limited number of one-tile passageways, and eventually there's going to be a room with the stairs in it. Now, that's probably the case with this, but immediately I was put off by being surrounded by a ton of enemies and a rather large area to immediately explore. And also just like, holy crap, coming out of that culvert and there are 6 enemies and I have to fight them all the same way that I just was. I mean, I guess what I'm feeling is that I would like a little more dungeon and a little less crawl. And right now, this just gave me a lot of crawl and / grind. That's what I saw. I saw a lot less of moving around and exploring and finding things. Not to say that isn't in this game. Like I said, I don't remember this game very well, and I've only played half an hour in this video. So I doubt very much that has really portrayed what is fully in the game. But, I mean, you go into the options and you find the obscure thing that shows you where the guidebook is. This doesn't really indicate that there is actually much beyond this. It's the core rules, as they are pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So, I mean, you really have to, I guess, just want sort of a simple dungeon crawl type game to really want to invest some time in it. The aesthetics of the game, though, I actually kind of like the sort of not really amateurish, but I don't even know how to put it. Like you have to have played role-playing games in the 80s to kind of get the art style, because they were like that. I mean, you look at a book today, a role-playing book today, Dungeons and Dragons, or even a book, with like Warhammer or something like that. The art is very professional, digital painting. That it tries to be this epic-looking thing. The old almost comic style games and manuals for old games, they really, you look at them now and they're really yeah, they're really something. But back then, a lot of games companies were smaller, and they didn't have a professional art team or hire out for a professional artist. So a lot of the artwork was actually done by the few guys that were working on the games themselves. There was one guy who could draw, and then he did some of the pictures. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, the aesthetic totally fits the game, and sort of the watercolory comic book style artwork there and texture to the game is also a good fit. So I mean, at least that is pretty consistent. It is more than just a basic dungeon crawling game. Another hack and slash kind of fantasy thing using the same generic assets. So I will give it that. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's been too long, and I just don't really have a feel for this type of gameplay anymore. But that's not to say that you won't enjoy it. So I'm going to end this one here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next Let's Play.